1 hour and 32-minute time lapse?
So it was pretty stressful. So an hour and 32 minutes for a 4-second clip. It was annoying, boring. I had to do several things at that time. I was really hungry. I needed to go to the bathroom. There was birds attacking me from above.
That's why I didn't eat.
That's yeah, and there was people like behind the scenes, the cameraman, director. They were just chilling on the seats. One person banging their pole on the head, banging their head on the pole.
Banging the pole in the head.
One guy was eating, making me jealous. So it was pretty stressful, and it was annoying sitting there for a whole hour and 32 minutes. So some Indian guy came up, he came up, started posing right in front of the whole bridge in the middle of our frame. Started taking some photos for his Facebook, for his gram, whatever it is, for his WhatsApp.
First WhatsApp.
For his WhatsApp, sending it to his mommy and daddy.
Mummy and
Back
daddy.
at home. So yeah.
Annoying. It was very uncomfortable. They made me make weird faces.
Stop running chain on Tuesday, stay in one spot.
Alright then.
Battery and time. Yeah. Basically, all our devices were gonna die. We had to still film the action scenes. So we had to get it done in the frame of 5 to 10 minutes. Otherwise, we would be screwed.
So, how did the public react to you guys filming?
So it was really awkward since we're in like the city, the central like area of Sydney. We were in Milsons Point, Central, and Circular Quays. So it was like the main area, the main attraction for all the tourists. So people all around the world were here. So it was really awkward in front of everyone. We were filming in front of like there's public everywhere, people walking past every second, and it was really awkward. But you gotta do what you gotta do for an assignment.
Pretty hard doing the action scenes in front of the people, in like the general public. For example, running around in the deck, people were just staring at us, what are these idiots doing? And that felt very weird.
Alright.
Yeah.
Sure. It was pretty comfortable. It was like easy to work around, reliable. I trusted the cameraman. Worked around him. He told me what to do. More like a director, and we worked around him. One of the major scenes that was like where I had to really put trust into him was the last scene, which was where he had to punch me, and I had to fall backwards onto the ground, and that scene I didn't really do. All he had to do was punch me, and then we had a different camera angle where Sid.
So I was the cameraman, also the director, also an actor in the film. And towards the final scene, we had a scene where we had to do a trust fall. We'll have BTS playing over here above my shoulder or something. But we used the GoPro to record this part, the BTS. And it was me falling, trust falling, on my friend. So we can get a scene of Yuvraj getting punched and falling down. And during this scene, I was shitting myself. Because I had to fall backwards without looking, and I didn't get hurt, but I got dragged backwards by 4 meters, and that was pretty painful. And some of the other shots that were pretty difficult were like running scenes, because there's all these public people just looking at us, looking into the camera, so we had to refilm it 4 or 5 times. And at the end of the day, all the actors got tired because we were just running around the city the whole day, and it was an after school day, so it was Friday evening. We went to the city from 5 p.m. to around 9-ish, 10 p.m. And so it was pretty unsafe at some parts. There was some dark alleyways and some dark places that we shouldn't have gone to. On top of that, like, everyone was watching us doing this scene. So if you can see in the background in that scene as well, people are just staring at us. And we're in Luna Park, so there's kids everywhere. And all they see is a cameraman getting punched. Well, it was a fake punch, it didn't hurt, but it was a punch to the camera. And so these kids are scared in Luna Park. So that was one of the main issues about filming next to Luna Park. But it did make for some really good visuals. And also we had a jumping scene where Aditya did a 130 centimeter jump, not too high. He jumped onto a wharf and we cut to a scene of Yuvraj watching, him jump into the water. And in this scene, we had to tilt back and forth a lot. And during this scene, there was a jerk in the footage where the footage went up and down and jumped once. This made it really unusable, that cut, but we couldn't afford to film it again because we didn't have the time to do it. And some of the shots were we could have done better in the shots because of the how do I say this? The landscape around the shots. Some of them were the issues and whatever. And we had lots of issues with the weather. Weather was one of the main issues. Sometimes it would start raining, and we have all this camera equipment that's expensive. and laptops and whatever. And we don't want to get in trouble or get wet or anything at all. And yeah, so that was basically my role of cameraman, and it was pretty shameless. We had to go on stations, run in and out of trains constantly for 5-10 minutes, trying to get one shot. The guards were watching us the whole time. The transport guards were just looking at like, what are these guys doing? Like looking at us like that. And yeah, pretty much we had a crazy time filming this film. Even though it only made up for around 2 or 3 minutes, the film's gonna be that estimated time range. And also for like our eating, like we had a lot of food around like everywhere. So the first time we actually went to the city twice, not just once. The first time we went there was to film the second film that we were planning to make. So the first film was on a graveyard. We got permits, everything from like the police, the council, we got everything. And then we decided to scrap the whole film because it just didn't look good. So in the third film, this is the third film idea that we're presenting to you guys. And pretty much what happened was we were gonna go film it, but because of fears of viruses and stuff in the city, on top of that we had the Mardi Gras festival. So we were gonna go, but then the whole street was shut down because of the festival. So that hindered us for 1 weekend. So we decided to go on a Friday because it was getting pretty late into the making of the film. And pretty much, yeah, so as food wise, the first time we went there we had Subway. Second time we were gonna go there, we didn't have any food because by the time we finished filming around 9 o'clock, everything was closed around the area. Central was closed, Circular Quay was closed, all the food shops were closed. So we ended up going home empty stomach. And yeah, we had quite an experience.